What is up, guys? It's been quite a while, hasn't it? Man, it's literally been like a few months since we've last, made a video on this channel. And I think before we get to the actual topic, I owe it to you guys to just tell you what's up. So it has been a pretty busy couple of months, or past few months for me. We originally were going to come back to this channel in March, and then it got pushed back to April, and then May, and now here we are in June. And now that the summer is here and things are starting to die down a little bit, I'm going to dedicate this summer to E-Man Note. And by dedicate, I mean continue the Tuesday uploads from June to August. So I really don't want to miss uploads because I've been pushing this channel back for so long. So yeah, you could probably expect a video every single Tuesday unless something changes, but I really don't see why I wouldn't be able to do that, or I wouldn't be able to post every Tuesday from June to August. And when that time comes, gets closer, I'll of course talk about what's next for the channel, but we're not even there yet. What we really have to talk about is this week. My friends, it's finally here. The launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. This Thursday, the Switch 2 will be launching along with Mario Kart World, and of course, and everyone who could forget, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. It's going to be a system seller, trust. So since we've been gone for months and there's been like 1,000 Nintendo topics that I could have made a video on, I kind of just want to talk about the Switch 2 in general and my thoughts on it. I made a video on my main channel kind of discussing it, but I wanted to make a video here, just giving more in-depth thoughts on it, or just maybe the broader version of it, but we'll see. But honestly, I think, this is just my opinion, price aside, I think the Nintendo Switch 2 is a good upgrade. I think that, it's got 256 gigabytes of storage, which is a big jump from 32 gigs. We've got 2 USB ports. We have mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. We've got, cooling fans in the dock. We have a new stand, which looks to be kind of similar to the OLED, but even more like adjustable to the OLED, which I think looks really neat. And there's just a bunch of other features of the Switch 2. I'm definitely pre-ordering it day one. I pre-ordered mine through Walmart, and yeah, hopefully I will be able to get it day one. And I got more videos planned with it for my main channel and pretty much all my channels for that matter. But yeah, as for what I think about the Switch 2 pricing, I think that I've said this on my main channel, and again, this is a hot take, I know, but this may be a hot take, but I was thinking the Switch 2 was going to be priced between $400 and $500, and seeing the $450 slot being right in the middle, I really didn't have that big of a problem with it. I know I said pricing aside earlier, but I feel like that, yes, would I have been pushing for something like $400? Sure, absolutely. I would always push for something that makes me want to spend less money. But, $500 for the Mario Kart World bundle is actually a decent deal, I'd say, even though I didn't pre-order the Mario Kart bundle. I pre-ordered the Switch 2 and the Mario Kart World game separately because I am a hardcore physical gamer. So that's really fun. But yeah, but I think what I really have an issue with is the $80 price tag of Mario Kart World. Now, I'm not really upset about the game itself being $80, I'm just afraid of the precedent that it's going to set for the gaming industry. GTA 6 got delayed to 2026. What if Rockstar is just like, let's price this at $190, even heck, $100? Like, the sky's the limit now that Nintendo is opening the door to more hikes on their prices. So, it's all up in the air at this point, so we don't really know exactly. But aside from that, the Switch 2 accessories, let's talk about those. The Pro Controller looks pretty much exactly the same as the Switch 2, or the Switch 1 Pro Controller, except with the C button for game chat. Oh yeah, the Switch 2 also has game chat. It only took Nintendo 20 years to finally implement game chat on their console. Hey, better late than never, I guess, but, it of course is a paid feature. So if you don't have Nintendo Switch Online, well, that button on your Joy-Con 2 is a ad. So you might as well change that C button to the A squared button, because it'll be it is just for people who have Nintendo Switch Online, at least until March 31st, 2026. To my knowledge, it is free until March 31st, 2026. So there's the Pro Controller. We also have, your Joy-Con 2s, the dock, all that fun stuff, cases, all that jazz. And then of course we have the GameCube controller and GameCube games coming to Switch Online, only for Switch 2, and for some odd reason they only had 3 games. Yep, Wind Waker, Soul Calibur, and F-Zero GX. That is it. I know we have more games on the way, but 3 is kind of little for something that's been in anticipation for quite a while, I'd say. There's also these Switch 2 upgrade packs, or Switch 2 edition games, excuse me. I am not the biggest fan of Switch 2 edition games. I think it's kind of scummy how Nintendo is charging you for an upgrade pack when I feel like that should be free. And on top of that, like, as much as I love physical, I am not buying a Switch 2 edition of a Switch 1 game that I already have. I'm probably going to get an upgrade pack for something like Mario Party Jamboree, because I really like that game and I thought it was fun. But, and, Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdoms, upgrade packs come free with the expansion pack, which will be nice. I'll definitely try that out, which I think is cool. But that makes me question, why aren't all of the upgrade packs, why aren't they all included with this Switch Online expansion pack? I feel like that'd be a pretty good deal in my honest opinion, but that's just me. And now let's talk about the games. We got Mario Kart World and Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour for the 2 first-party games that I can really think of that are new. Mario Kart World looks absolutely amazing. I just love everything. The more footage I see about this game, the more excited I get for it. It does seem like it's less content than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but to be fair, that game had DLC and all that jazz. And Mario Kart World it looks amazing. The game just looks fun. Knockout Tour, I'm especially excited for, because that just looks really fun. And you can expect a review on that in the coming weeks. And of course, a review on the Switch 2, which I'll probably drop next week, or something like that. But we'll see. I might combine it, but we'll see. And then there's Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. For some reason, this is a paid downloadable title, which I believe should have been a free pack-in game with the Switch 2, because it's literally a tech demo that's just showing off the Switch 2's capabilities. But for some reason, you have to pay for it, which I think is super strange. But that's just me. But yeah. And I believe that, oh yes, and then there's also game key cards, which is like Nintendo's new way of allowing third-party developers to like put their digital games in like an actual card. So basically, those like games from third parties that have like a download code inside? Well, instead of that, it's an actual cartridge, but the cartridge allows you to download the game. So you technically don't own it still. It's a physical game, but it's not a physical game, if that makes any sense. But yeah. And I think that about covers it for what I wanted to talk about for the Switch 2. Like I said, I'm extremely excited for this console. I can't wait to talk about it more. I'm just super stoked for Thursday for it to come out. But yeah, what do you all think? Are you guys gonna get a Switch 2, or are you gonna wait? Let me know down in the comments below. And thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next one. And that's about it. Have a good one.